Howdy folks, Dino here, your firewood maniac. We're going to do something a little different today. I've got a boat, a 12-foot Princecraft with a bad transom. Yeah, so on this type of boat, the transom is just a piece of wood. In this case, I think it's plywood. We'll find out better when we take it apart, but some screws are starting to just fall out. And the thing vibrates, and it's just, I can tell this boat's old. It's pretty mushy. So I'm going to take this off, find out what size it is, measure it all out, make a new piece. I'm probably going to make it out of oak, which is stuff we got off the property here, and because I have it available. And I don't know if that's the right stuff to use or not, but that's what we're going to try. So we've got to take this brace out. It's the only way we can get this part of the transom out, because there's no way to move it down. I didn't want to cut into this part here. I don't want to ruin any of the structural integrity of this transom because it is fairly thin. There's not a lot of meat here. So we've got to drill these rivets out on both sides and on the transom itself. Pull that out. Then we can take the bolts out, and there's a few screws. There's some screws. And some other screws. We'll get those all out, and we can slide this thing out. No, you can't. Okay, ready?
What am I grabbing?
Grab the lower half. Okay, gently. Okay, let's set it inside the thing more, or let's get it over.
That way?
Get the whole thing over that way a little bit. If you notice these two screws that are loose, there's absolutely nothing behind them holding them on. And I'll show you a little later what I'm talking about. Down. What?
The thing's gonna fucking snap.
Hey, get closer, please.
I don't want to get shit in my eye. Oh my goodness.
Think that'll work?
Shouldn't be hanging on too much. It's fucking in there.
So here I used two pieces of oak, one a little bit thicker than the other, and this is stuff that I had on hand from my dad's house, a tree that I'd cut down. I brought it up to a local sawyer, and he sawed it up for me in 4 and 5/4 inch, 5/4 stock, and I used Gorilla Glue, and that stuff is kind of tough. I love Gorilla Glue. So I made it a little wide, Made it a little too long, so I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to plane it, get it to the right thickness. And I also took the grains. I don't know if you can see it on the thing, but you've got grains going this way, you've got grains going this way. So that should keep it from warping and cupping. I was recently informed that I am not to do any more painting inside the basement. Something about fumes and chemicals and all that kind of stuff. So I figure I'll come out here and spray paint this thing out here in the woodshed. Drilled a couple small holes right here to compensate for these rivets, so this pan will fit flush right flat up against this piece of oak. So let's go and pretty good. Let's see if these work. We are going to make some marks. All right?
Yep, looks good. Mark them, get them done. Let's go. I'm not planning on being here for 5 hours.
So we got the transom mounted temporarily right now. I just wanted to get it bolted up in the right position so I can actually drill holes. These other bolts are going for the handle and for this back plate. And but we're running out of time today, so we're going to put the motor back on, park this thing outside so we can all go home and work on some other stuff. I'm going to drill little pilot holes. I went down to the hardware store and got I don't even know what these things are called. But I'm going to drill a hole, a pilot hole in each of these 8 holes. And then I'm going to drill a hole big enough to accept these bolts. Right. Then I'm going to take a Forstner bit. After I do the pilot hole, I'm going to drill a counterbore hole. Counterbore, is that the right word? Countersunk hole, flat bottom. To accept these things because I don't want the bolts to be poking through onto this aluminum. So right now I'm going to drill the little pilot holes. We're going to take this thing off, put it on the drill press so I can drill them straight through, and get this baby done so we can go boating.
Stand this up.
Hey, all of this works. These are pretty cool.
What do they call that?
I don't honestly remember. Not 3,200. 5,200. Dad. Oh, cookout Sunday, our house. Huh? Yeah. $5,200, Dad. It's that stuff you use on boats. Seal up through hull fittings and all that. 50. You must have used that before.
No.
Never?
I can do that.
You see that on there?
Do you have like a remote to hit?
No, I don't. So I made a special rivet, seat the rivet tool here. Nice piece of heavy steel. That'll do the trick.
Good part.
He always has to get the hole in the top of my hair for some reason.
I've got it like 4 times already.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Is that what you've done over there when I was over there on the drill press?
And other stuff.
Sometimes I just don't like you much. 2 different lengths of solid aluminum rivets. I'm going to use the longer ones for when I'm going through 3 pieces of sheet metal. I use the shorter one to go through the 2 pieces of sheet metal. I'm going to put a little dibble dabble of...
Which one's 2 and which one's 3?
Like this one here, down here, these are 3.
Okay.
Right down here, these bottom 2 are just 2 sheets. And then you get the backing plate here, so we're going to be going through that also. So we'll use the longer ones. And then a little bit of 5200 on here to make a good seal, because Okay. Punch is in there. Okay.
Yep.
Is the punch pushed in?
Yep.
Make sure everything push in the punch as much as you can. Is it tight down here?
Tight?
Between the flange of this thing, is it tight up against the hull?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yep.
And? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You're holding it, it's going to be on there square. Here we go. Say when.
Good. Good.
Got all the rivets in. With some 5200 on each one of them. Yep. Now I'm going to tighten up all these screws on the handles. Here on the transom, the one from transom plate, the motor mounting plate. And then we've got a special treat for you. We're going to mount the trailer hitch on Alden's truck. Oh, here's the old transom board. A couple pieces of 3/4 inch plywood. I think it's a little roddy. Yeah, it's just literally just disintegrated. Water intrusion right there. Yeah, it was time. Well, that's it for today, folks. We got all this trailer hitch on. We've got the boat transom all done. I'm kind of anxious to get that in the water, see how that worked out. And then, if you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'm going to do some more similar ones like this, even though they're not firewood related. I've got to do a mantle over our fireplace. That's a project that's been 37 years in the making. And then I've got a trench I got to dig from the telephone pole in front of the house out to the house, because we're going to be laying in a fiber optic cable for our internet. And I've got some other projects similar to that I'm going to be doing. I'll get those all on video. And anyways, till next time. Hey, look, the new seats. Aren't those cool? Yeah. There's no water in the boat. I don't know what all that's splashed in here, so it doesn't leak. Sweet. Got the seat for the passenger. Wicked cool. And we're all out here swimming on Mirror Bay. Program director. Dick. Smile.
Smiling.
Bye, Tori. See ya.
Tori's getting whisked away.
We'll get you when the tide comes back in.
6 hours from
Yeah.
now.
Not a goober.